feedback conversations in corporate America. Whether it's your year-end review, whether it's your mid-year performance review, whether it's just a conversation with your boss about how you're doing, whatever that conversation is in corporate America, try to make sure that no matter how the meeting goes, no matter what you hear, no matter how much you disagree, your goal should be to make sure you walk away from that conversation with both people feeling like it was a positive experience and a positive, good conversation for the two of you. And here's how you do that. Number one, no matter what feedback you hear, you are not going to interrupt. You're not going to interrupt. You're going to let the other person finish. You're going to take notes. You're going to be kind. You're going to be patient. You're going to let the other person finish. First of all, this will give you time to calm down, and it will allow you to think through how you want to respond. So let the other person finish. Don't interrupt. Number two, once you hear the feedback, the first thing you're going to do is thank the other person for the feedback that they just provided to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate you pointing that out. I appreciate your feedback. You have to say that because the other person went out of their way to think through what to tell you. And even if you don't like hearing what it is, you want to thank them and you want to sound appreciative and kind for them going out of their way to provide you with that feedback. Three is you're going to acknowledge that you want to improve. You're going to acknowledge that you want to meet their expectations. You're going to acknowledge that you want to be the best version that you can be in the organization. Acknowledging that you want to improve, acknowledging that you want to meet expectations, acknowledging that you want to be a good employee in no way confirms any of the feedback that they said. It's just a blanket statement that helps you sound a lot more receptive to any feedback that you hear. So always acknowledge that you want to be the best version of yourself. You want to meet their expectations. You want to be a great employee, all that good stuff. You want to say that. And number four, if there's something that you can agree upon from what they just said, this is where you acknowledge that that's something you could work on. If there is a rebuttal, maybe you disagree with something they said, here's where I would either potentially give my version of events without sounding too abrasive, or better yet, I would say, let me think through that and come back to you, because usually that'll give me more time to cool off and think about how I want to respond to it. So it will allow me to sound stronger when I come back with kind of like my rebuttal later on. I actually prefer not to even go into the rebuttal because most of the time, unless you have a really great boss, most of your leaders probably will still disagree with you because they already went through the effort of preparing this negative feedback to you. So they're probably pretty set on what they're going to say. And chances are you're not going to change their mind. If it's critical though, and you really want to give your perspective, if there's a really good defense, or maybe they just have a bad understanding of events, yeah, maybe I will go into my version of events. But if it's not mission critical, you're almost better off not bringing it up. Just acknowledge that you want to get better, talk through next steps, talk through how you're going to change your current behavior to meet their expectations, and walk away from that discussion with both people feeling like it was a positive conversation. That's it. Honestly, you're better off with both people walking away feeling like it was a positive conversation than you